everyone, welcome to another episode of Expressions in Dance. I'm Elizabeth Morgan, and today we have a very special interdisciplinary scene happening here during our episode. I'd like to introduce this wonderful woman over here, Kendra McQuay. She is a local artist, and she's going to be painting live today while you and I are dancing and listening to the music. So we will have a chance to see what kind of visual art comes out of the natural movement and the sound of the music that she's going to hear today. She's incredibly talented, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the final product is today, and we'll tell you a little bit more about Kendra later on in the episode. Let's begin with a couple of inspirational quotes. The first one today: dancing is creating a sculpture that is visible only for a moment. So if you think about it, we have visual art that sticks around. It's there forever. Dance is more of a momentary type of art. So it's like creating a sculpture, it's there for a second and then it's gone. So today I want you to be with me, create those sculptures, and we will keep making sure that we have beautiful pieces of art that we can enjoy with our bodies. Second quote: I dance because there is no greater feeling in the world than moving to a piece of music and letting the rest of the world disappear. If you're stressed today, if you have things to worry about, if you're feeling like you just need a little bit of energy, let's let everything fade away, and you and I are going to dance together today. And the final quote, this one is from Edgar Degas, who was a very famous painter who also loved to paint ballerinas. So he was a big fan of the human body, and especially body in movement. His quote is this: art is not what you see, but what you make others see. So let's see if you and I can see a new way of making art today. So welcome, Kendra, and we're ready to get started. Let's get started. We're going to begin with a little bit of a warm-up. Kendra's going to begin painting as we do this. Follow me, folks. Let's get started. Reaching from one side to the other. Nice big stretch. Try to reach that arm right down your leg. See if you can go just a little bit further. And up. Other side. Reaching down. We've got a little bit of a funky vibe with our music today because we will be doing some basic hip hop moves. The point of this being, I would like you to be able to feel your body through the music and create your own flavor within the steps. So they're very easy steps today, but the whole point of learning them and practicing them today will be to develop your own sense of style and a sense of comfort with improvisation. So that's the kind of dancing that we do when we don't have preset steps or choreography. Reaching all the way up to the sky or the ceiling, and take it down to the floor, hinging from the hips. And hold here. We're just gonna hang like a tree in the wind, or like a rag doll. I'd like you to put your hands on the ground if you can, or fingertips, or as close to it as you can. Put your weight into one hip only. See if you can stretch that hip joint out. And we'll go to the other one. Good. And reach it over to one leg. Again, for you, this might be the left leg if you're seeing it on the camera at home. Whatever side you'd like to do is fine with me. Whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, let's gently roll up through each part of our vertebrae. And we're just going to take our neck down and back. And to the right and left. And tilt it. And nice gentle neck circles. Today we're also going to explore something called body percussion. This is something that I work with children a lot on, and it's fun to make noises and different kinds of patterns of sound with our bodies as part of the movement. So we'll be doing a little bit of that today. You can get creative with that process as well. Let's take ourselves into a lunge. So we've got our front leg at a right angle. Our back leg can be straight like so, or it can go down to the ground, and we can push into the front leg, putting the weight through the hips to go forward. See if you can reach all the way up to the sky, and then a gentle relax back. So you can see I'm flexing my foot here and reaching for that toe. You can try that with this knee nice and straight, or you can keep it pointed, or you can just relax the leg. Let's try the other side. Always, 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 we want to make sure that we exercise on both sides of our body. So each side of our muscles are getting equal attention, equal work. relax it back and stretch down. Excellent. We are going to do our back stretches now. So thinking of a baby cobra or a cobra, some of our yoga movements, we're going to go down to the floor. You can push up on your elbows like so. Keep your neck nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed, and you'll feel the pinch in your lower back here. Press it all the way up and see if you can get your back a little bit straighter and taller here. Again, keeping the head up nice and confident. Chin up. And then relax it back to a child's pose. So for this one, try to make your back as flat as possible. Good. All right, into our core exercises. In the last episode, we started working on some different core exercises. I'm going to review one of them now, and then we'll try a couple of new ones that are going to help not only your obliques, but mainly your abdominal muscles to give you a little bit more core strength as you're doing your movement. So we're going into a plank. You can do it like this, or you can do it on your hands. So elbows are hands, and this one's called the fire hydrant. We did this last time. So you're going up and down, so bringing your knee to your elbow. Good big stretch there. So you might be starting to feel this. Try to hold that body as straight as you can. The next one we're going to do is called a body saw. So for this one, we're staying in a solid plank, and you can kind of challenge yourself. Maybe start with a few reps of this and then see how long you can go with this. You're keeping everything together, and we're just rotating front and back from the toes, holding all the core as tight as possible, as if your tummy, your belly button, is a saw and it's cutting through a piece of wood. So if you have that visual, that will help you to keep your body straight and tight. All right, that's our body saw. Now we're going to do some scissor kicks at the moment. This one is a different kind of exercise. You can use it with weights. You can use a weight on your chest as well. You can add the arms to this as well, but for right now, we'll do a basic version of it. You have one leg up in the air and the other one is down. You can have your arms out to the side or down at your sides, and you're just going to rotate one leg at a time, coming up, the other one. Try to use resistance as you're going up and down, so you're really employing the muscles each way. You'll start to feel it. And if this is too hard, you can do a variation where you just bend the legs. It's a little easier that way. All right, and our final core exercise for today, this is a killer one. I'd like you to put your arms out to the side in a T. Your legs are coming all the way up, and you are going to pendulum from side to side. So see if you can get your legs to go down, but stay straight. Bring them right back up, keeping your core flat to the ground. You're going to feel that all the way through your obliques. Let's do two more. So there you go. You can start with those exercises and work on them as time goes on to see how many you can do, increasing your reps or increasing the amount of time that you're holding legs in the air and that sort of thing. Let's hydrate, and then we'll get started with our technique. Today we're going to start with a step touch. You would think that this would be the easiest step in the world to do, but what I want you to think about today is how is your personal style moving into the step? How are you feeling through the movement and the music? So two variations of a step touch. You can do just a simple step touch like this. Pretty easy, right? But let's add some style into it. So I want you to think about employing your upper body. You're moving some things. You're adding a little bit of an element of dynamics there. There's another way that we can do the step touch. Step together, step, touch. Try that with me. Step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Now, I challenge you, add some arms, add some core work here. We did all of that core work in the warm-up. Let's add a little bit of a rib cage isolation here. Notice I'm employing my arms, I'm getting things going. I'm using my levels as well, going up and down, making things a little bit more enhanced. So that is a step touch, basic step. Let's try a body rock. So this is really a move where we really got to feel the music. So I want you to actually just move your body and shake parts of your body. Get really comfortable with that. Loosen everything up, don't think at all. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump like that. Notice my knees are bent. I'm landing down into the step, into the floor. And then I'm going to rock to one side. So my body's going to one side. Then I'm going to jump and rock to the other side. Again, jump and rock. See how low you can go? Jump and rock. If jumping is too difficult or it's a little bit strenuous on you, you can just do step, rock, step, rock, step, rock, step, rock. Do you see how it's an easy step, but there is a flair that you can develop in the step? The next one we're going to do is a hop and a head. So we're going to be hopping on both feet, or jumping on both feet, I should say, to one side, and then our head is going to isolate to the side. And jump and isolate. And jump and isolate. Jump and isolate. Jump and isolate. Jump and isolate. That's a really easy step, but using those levels and having that kind of plie motion, the bending of the knees, is going to really help to enhance that step for you. The next one we're going to do is a body roll. We have done this in previous seasons. I'm going to demonstrate it frontwards and also sideways. So with a body roll, you're starting from your nose, bringing your head all the way up. So your eyes are going to the ceiling or to the sky. Going all the way up, chest comes up, then your belly button, and then you want to end like you're sitting on a chair. So your body actually goes down at the end of the step. So think of it as an up to a down motion. Let's see it from the side. So if we have our feet together, it looks like so. You're lifting up, bring the nose up to the ceiling, all the way down, and sitting. If you want to add a couple of steps there, I like to do this. So it makes the step look bigger as you're doing it. So let's try it one more time, and let's see if we can lead with the opposite foot. So when we finish the body roll, step back with the opposite foot. Let's try that one more time on the right and on the left. Here we go. Up and back. And again, let's try it. On your mark, get set, go. Up and back. Very good. Those are some of your basic steps. I'm going to get into another step that we've done before called the snake. This one's in our combination today. And this is a sideways motion. So you're actually taking your neck and you are bringing your ear to your shoulder. You're bending into the step, you're leaning to the side, and you're finishing to the side. You can use a shoulder isolation to further enhance that step if you like. Let's try it to the other side. So we take the ear, the shoulder, the hip, and then over. You can do it to the side and step together if you want to. You can do it and leave your legs apart. Let's try it. Roll and roll. And again, roll and again. Notice I have a little bit of a sharp accent almost at the start of that snake. That's going to give it the power. It's going to give it a little more dynamic quality as you're performing it. Now here's something I wanted to share with you. Body percussion. This is, as I mentioned in the intro, what we do when we are making noises with our body. It's very similar to a stomp style of movement. So we're going to be taking different parts of our body to make different sounds, and that will become part of our combination today. First, I'd like you to think of this. This is a stomp. We refer to it as a stomp. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So we've got stomps here. We've got this. If you're slapping your thighs, we call that a pat. Okay, so that would be a pat. We have chest, which means we're hitting our chest, we're making a sound there. It's got a different tone than this does. So it's actually different pitches of percussion. So we've got stomp, pat, chest, we've got snap. If you can't snap, fake it till you make it. If you can snap, it's a nice light sound there at the top. Now let me show you what I call the butterfly. So this one, we start with our hands here, we slap down, we slap our hands together, and we slap back down again. So we almost cover our face for that step. Okay, that's called the butterfly. And then there's one called a ripple, which is chest, chest, hip, hip, thigh, thigh, stomp, stomp. Let's put a little combination together with those now. See if you can follow me on this one. We'll start slowly and then I challenge you at home to see if you can make it faster and faster as we go. So we're going to go stomp, stomp, pat. Chest, chest, snap. Let's try that again. Stomp, stomp, pat. Chest, chest, snap. Again, stomp, stomp, pat. Chest, chest, snap. And stomp, stomp, pat. Chest, chest, snap. From here, butterfly. Okay, so we're gonna do stomp, stomp, pat, chest, chest, snap, butterfly, and then 1 and 2, clap. Okay, try that whole combination with me quickly. Actually, we'll go half speed first. Here we go. Stomp, stomp, pat, chest, chest, snap, butterfly, pat, 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 clap. Excellent work. Let's hydrate and then we'll get ready for our combination today. Welcome back, everyone. I wanted to take a moment. Let's check in with Kendra over here and see how she's doing with her artwork. It's a beautiful, colorful piece, as you can see, and this is what she's gathering out of the music and movement from today, as well as the natural surroundings that we're in. So it's really fascinating to see this process happening in live time here while we're moving together. We're going to get into our combination now. This is super easy. It is basically what I just taught you before the hydration break. So we're starting with 4 step together step touches. Really simple. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Adding your flavor, getting really comfortable there. 2, 1, 2, and the last one, 2, 1, 2. From here we get into the body rock. 2 and 3 and 4. Again, 4 of each, okay? So everything is in sets of 4 to make it really easy to remember today. Then we go into the jump and head, again, 3rd time and 4th time. Throwing in a little bit of a curveball here for you. We're doing a kick ball change. We've done these before, so this should be pretty easy for you to remember. It's a quick kick and we just switch our weight. We're gonna stay low because I want you to do 2 chest pops there. Make it a little bit funky. Kick, ball, change, pop it, kick, ball, change, pop it, kick, ball, change, pop it. Super easy with that stuff. All right, from here, we are going into our snake. So we're gonna go in, here, back, and back, and back, then into our body percussion, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. Pretty easy for a combination, right? Let's try it from the beginning again. The other thing that you can do, if you want to start to move around, you can change direction while you do some of these steps. So for example, step together, step, touch. Start thinking of different ways you can move around as you do those basic steps. All right, let's take it from the top. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and step. 2 more. Body rock. And out. And out. You can do these twice as fast if you want to. Now we're going to jump. Jump and head to the side. 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 Kick, ball, change. Pop it. Pop it. Pop it. Again. Snake it. Or bring your feet together if you want. You can change direction with that. And percussion. You got it. Well done, everybody. Let's try this with music. I'd like you to hit a beginning pose. Pick a pose that you're comfy with. We have 16 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. And rock. Jump it and rock. See if you can get some height there. Kickball change. 1 and Pop it, down, and pop it. Into the floor. So we're pushing our weight down to the floor. Snake and hold. Snake and hold. Snake, together. Snake and body percussion. And then you can freestyle if you want, moving around the room, getting comfy with your own body in the music. Well done. At the end of that run through, we had a little bit of time to freestyle. Now, if we want to explore the world of improvisational movement, it's important to understand what that actually is. Dance improvisation is the process of spontaneously creating movement. So part of that freestyle section is for you to feel comfortable to move your body in space and time. Here are a couple of really cool exercises that you can do at home to help you develop your improvisational movement skills. The first one is called a floor grid exercise. I have this mat here, you can see. It is a rectangle. One thing you can do is try to do the steps that we were working on today, maybe just a step touch. But every time you rotate 90 degrees, just 90. So you're getting comfy facing different directions, understanding the reference points for each direction. That is a floor grid exercise. Next, we have an exercise called lyrics versus beats. How would you move to a song if you're dancing to it? Just the beats, just the music. So let's say I'm going to dance right now. I'll just freestyle myself. Now, how does your movement change when you're listening to the words of the song and what the singer is saying? Does your movement change throughout that process? So that's another way that you can practice. How do I move to just instrumental music? How do I move when I hear what they're actually talking about? How does that change what you're doing? Another exercise that you can do is mood improvisation. That is where you take a piece of music, you try to identify the mood that it is telling you, and then you move accordingly. So I know this sounds pretty out there, but if you're alone and you're just dancing around your house, for example, my mood right now is very happy. So I would have my arms spread apart, I would have my body taking up a lot of space, and I would probably have very smooth, beautiful, flowing movements because I'm happy. Might be different if you're angry, or you're sad, or you're afraid, or other things. It's also a very healthy socio-emotional release to do that kind of improvisation. The last kind of improv is a focal point improv, and that means that you're taking one part of your body. For example, I'm going to take my hand. That part of your body is going to lead every bit of movement that you do. So it should be very evident to an audience, for example, if you're performing, that that part of the body is moving as the leader to the movement. So you can see I've got my hand, I'm going to follow what it does. I'm even looking at it, and I'm making sure that I'm following its lead. So those are 4 different improvisation exercises that you can do at home in the comfort of your own home to develop your dance skills. Thank you so much for joining me today on Expressions in Dance. We're going to get started with a little bit of a cool down, some stretches that we can use to relax our body, and then we'll check in with Kendra and see how the painting is going over to our side over here. So to begin with, I'd like you to sit on the ground. We're going to take one foot across the other. You're going to take your arm over that knee and just give your back a nice stretch. See if you can get your eyes to go all the way around to your back shoulder. And we're trying to sit up as tall as we can during this process. Again, keeping our breath nice and regular. Let's put both feet out in front of us. I'd like you to flex and point your toes. Reach all the way up, make your back as long as possible. Exhale, and give it a nice little stretch. Let's bring those legs in, and we're having one leg out to the side, one leg is bent in. We are focusing on trying to get this knee nice and straight, and then we're reaching for that toe, or if that's too far, reach for as far as you can comfortably down that leg. It's always a great idea to stretch at the end of a workout. It's one of the most important parts of exercise. Excellent. One more back stretch here. And we're going to go from our cobra up into a downward dog for this one. So we've got our shoulders back, neck is nice and long. And then we're going to go up and make your body into a giant V shape. Pull those hips up. Stretch the backs of your legs. Back down, one more time. So we press up. Relax back, dig those feet into the ground and bring them up. Walking back, we're now in a forward fold. We're going to roll all the way up and I'd like you to shake everything out. There you go. All right, let's check in with Kendra and see what's happened here, the magic that has happened since we have been working out today. So here we have a beautiful painting. This is really wonderful. I love the colors in it, and there seems to be an element of kind of peace, but a vibrancy to it as well at the same time. So thank you so much, Kendra, for being here with us and for creating some live interdisciplinary art today. I wanted to give you her contact information if you would like to inquire about getting some works made or events that Kendra is participating in coming up. Her website is kendramcquay.com. And if you'd like to check her out on Instagram, it is Key McQuay Illustration. So I'll spell that for you. Keemcquay, and then the word illustration. So that's her Instagram. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for joining us. My name is Elizabeth Morgan, and until next time, keep dancing.